back. Liberal billionaire George Soros donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to a campaign looking to sabotage British voters' 2016 decision to leave the European Union.
Soros Foundation stating the grant was, quote, to support British groups striving to ensure that this crucial debate is not shut down.
But wasn't the debate decided when a majority of voters chose to leave the EU? Here to weigh in, former UK Independence Party leader and Fox News contributor Nigel Farage. Nigel, it's no surprise to you that someone like George Soros would try to undermine the will of the people to pursue his open borders agenda. What do you make of the most recent attempt?
No, it's no surprise at all. In fact, I've been saying since 2011 that we all need to wake up to who George Soros is and how big his organisation is, and just get a handle on this. You know, his Open Society Forum has received $30 billion, not million, $1 billion. This is the biggest political campaigning organisation the world has ever seen. He has got an agenda, and there's nothing illegal in that, but he doesn't believe in what he calls nationalism and what I would call nation-state democracy. And Brexit was about saying we want to govern our own country and make our own laws. And this man, okay, so far we've discovered about $1 million that he spent on various organisations that want to overturn the Brexit result. I suspect that's the tip of the iceberg. If you really examine the money this man is spending across the whole of Europe, in America, to push his agenda, which is to get rid of the nation state and to encourage mass migration. And I'm just saying to people, you know, in an era when much of the media is obsessing about Russian collusion, well, if ever there was an investigation needed, it's into just what exactly has Open Society done over the course of the last few years.
So, Nigel, for those viewers of ours who don't really know who George Soros is, he's kind of a mysterious, shadowy figure. Briefly, just tell us, who is he?
Well, he's an 87-year-old. He was born in Hungary and lived as a child through the bad times there under Nazi rule. He came to the West, initially to London, then to New York. He's been in New York for the best part of 50 years. I mean, to be fair to him, he is one of the most successful stock market investors history has ever seen. You know, he's made tens of billions getting call after call right. So he's clearly a very clever man with a big political agenda. And there's nothing wrong or illegal in that. But as I say, normally, you know, wealthy people might put a few $1 million into what they believe in, whether it's the Democrats or whether it's the Republicans or whatever it may be. But in this case, we're talking about $30 billion. And it is literally the biggest and most powerful campaigning organisation that's ever been seen across the West. And we need...
I am basically there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do. I am basically there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do.
My understanding is that you went out with this protector of yours who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes, yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right. Yes.
I mean, that sounds like an experience that would send lots of people to the psychiatric couch for many, many years. Was it difficult?
Not at all. Not at all. Maybe as a child you don't see the connection, but it created no problem at all.
No feeling of guilt.
No.
For example, that I'm Jewish, and here I am watching these people go. I could just as easily be there. I should be there. None of that.
Well, of course, I could be on the other side, or I could be the one from whom the thing is being taken away. But there was no sense that I shouldn't be there, because that was, well, actually, funny way, it's just like in markets, that if I weren't there, of course I wasn't doing it, but somebody else would be taking it away anyhow. In other words, whether I was there or not, I was only a spectator, the property was being taken away. So I had no role in taking away that property. Whether I or somebody else does whatever is happening in the markets really doesn't make any difference to the outcome. I don't feel guilty because I'm engaged in an amoral activity which is not meant to have anything to do with guilt.